Hello. It's only me. Um, I kind of wanted to address something regarding, uh, the election results. It's been over a month, right? And there are a lot of people who are understandably upset. I mean, I get it. I did not vote for Donald Trump. I voted Gary Johnson. But with that said, there's been all sorts of things where people are refusing, absolutely refusing to, well, accept the facts. Fact is, Hillary Clinton bungled her campaign. The fact of the matter is, a lot of people were so mad for being insulted, frankly, that they were pushed in a direction that was dangerous. And they said, screw it, we're voting for Trump. And enough people did that in all states, and the recount effort's pretty much over, and not a whole lot of difference. But here's the thing. I've been seeing glibs of headlines here and there. There was Russian interference. That there were people that a lot of those, DNC emails that were leaked to WikiLeaks was a result of people from Russia. Therefore, the Russian government was involved, etc., so on and so forth. Now, I'm not here to bash the intelligence community whatsoever. I'm not here to bash them at all, not really. Because goodness knows, they don't, far be it for me to go through it. Suffice it to say, I'm sure, even though they're human, they've never gotten anything wrong, I mean, Iraq! Anyway, I'm not here to really touch upon that, but to touch upon a point that a lot of people may be overlooking. Let's suppose, for argument's sake, that indeed happened. That Guccifer 2.0 was from Russia, the Russian government was involved, and they were doing it to possibly influence the direction of the election. Well, now what? I'd ask, okay, how does that make you feel? Outraged? Angry? Violated? All sorts of other negative emotions? If so, I would perfectly understand. Because something like that, it's never fun to be manipulated by an outside source. But what I'm about to ask you is not going to be comfortable in the slightest. Because assuming that that's indeed what happened, and that people were influenced because of it to vote for a candidate that a lot of people are afraid of, right? Now do you know how people from other countries feel when we did it to them? Now do you understand how that feels? Because that's what's been happening for a long time now. And all you have to do is just dig back into history. Mossadegh. It was actually U.S. intelligence interfering with Mossadegh and brought about his downfall from within. There's several other instances in history where puppet regimes were propped up to quote-unquote serve our best interests. It's that same type of mentality that's actually contributed to the calamity that's currently going on in the Middle East. Unintended consequences in some instances, but it's blowback, called blowback, for a reason. So, assuming that it was indeed the Russian government involved in influencing the elections, now do you understand what it feels like when a foreign power interferes here? Maybe you should ask yourself, why are we interfering in other countries' businesses when we have so many problems here at home? Because here's the thing. Even if it turns out that they didn't, that there was no evidence, at some point, if we keep up our foreign interventionist policies that are actually creating more enemies than eliminating, at some point, a group is going to grow powerful enough to come after us. And to actually do that for real. The more we try to force our, ideologies, what we want upon other entities, the more enemies we create. It's like hitting a beehive and wondering why we got stung. So, in essence, in reality, we need to be careful when we are making these accusations, because we don't have enough evidence right now. And it can't just be based upon anonymous sources, because the whole anonymous source throughout news was abused too often in the past. Fox News was one of them. Furthermore, if we are going to explore that avenue anyway, we need to ask ourselves, okay, do we need to readjust our approach on foreign policy as well and set a better example for the world? Thank you very much for watching, and hope you have a wonderful day.